Did you know? Over half of UK business owners have experienced burnout, with financial worries being the biggest burden. Did you know poor data leads to serious revenue leaks, equaling up to £422 billion in the UK businesses every year? Did you know 80% of UK businesses have cash flow crisis, with 50,000 businesses closing every year due to just this? Welcome to Get Your Shift Together, the Business Fixer podcast. I'm the Business Fixer, Nicola J. Barnett. I'm also an accountant, so I know the numbers and I know what works. This isn't just theory. The podcast is based on my efficiency and profit framework. The framework creates real results that improve the performance of your business. From ending business overwhelm, fixing cash flow, maximising your profits, and delivering future success. Welcome to the podcast. Now let's get your shift together. I love listening to podcasts when I'm out walking. I feel like my head is in the right space to take on new information, and I always get my best ideas. So drop a comment to let me know where you're listening to this podcast today. I'd love to hear from you. In this episode, we're going to look at how to get your weekends back and why falling in love with your back office gives you the freedom to do so. Now, I know what you're thinking. The back office doesn't sound very exciting. Spreadsheets, oh. Cash flow, no. Processes, oh. And the bookkeeping? It's not exactly the kind of thing you fell in love with when you started your business, is it? But today, I want to flip that on its head. Because when you learn to fall in love with your back office, it will love you back. It will provide more profit, more cash, and more freedom. And yes, finally getting your weekends back. So if you've been stuck on the business treadmill, constantly fighting chaos, wondering when you'll ever feel in control, this episode is for you. So grab a brew or get out for a walk, and let's talk about what your business could actually give you if you get the foundations right. Let's start with some truths. Running a business is tough. We know this, and we are told this all the time, and the numbers back it up. Over half of UK business owners have experienced burnout, and financial worries are the biggest reason why. Every year, up to £422 billion is lost through revenue leaks caused by poor data. And around 50,000 businesses close their doors each year because of cash flow crisis. This isn't to scare you. It's to highlight that ignoring the back office comes at a real cost. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a finance wizard or a systems guru to fix it. You just need to give it some love, attention, and to have the right support. I've seen this firsthand. In fact, I've lived it. I worked with a business heading for liquidation. When I walked in, the place was chaos. Sales invoices stacked on desks, not being invoiced to clients. Payments delayed. No clear view of who owned what and who was doing what. Staff morale was on the floor. It was a business running blind. But here's what we did. We sorted the back office. Everything changed. We introduced clear processes. We tracked the cash flow properly. And we put systems in place. Within months, the business went from firefighting every day to actually making a profit and no longer heading for liquidation. Another business I worked with was running everything manually. Orders getting lost left, right and centre. Customers kicking off constantly. They were terrified of going digital. They didn't want to change anything. But we tackled it. Step by step, slowly but surely, built a system that tracked every single order. The result? Happy customers. No more refund demands. And once the trust came back, they had such good product that the orders got bigger and better too. These experiences have taught me that success doesn't start with shiny marketing or more sales. It starts with the back office. So, why do I keep saying, fall in love with your back office? Because when you see it as your freedom, not your enemy, everything shifts. Your back office is like the heart and lungs of your business. You might not see it every day, But without it, nothing else works. It's not about falling in love with spreadsheets, although I do love spreadsheets. It's about falling in love with what those spreadsheets or even the systems can give you. Peace of mind, control, the confidence to make good decisions for your future success. When you understand your cash flow, when your processes run smoothly, when bottlenecks are gone, you finally get freedom. You get evenings back. You get to enjoy your business again. And that's the love story I want you to have with your back office. I've had nearly 30 years of working in businesses, running businesses, and supporting business owners get over all of these problems, helping them find what needs fixing to help them grow their business. Many business owners believe they need more sales, which for sure, yeah, it brings in more cash in that instance, but it also brings in more overwhelm to deliver the work and more stress as more customers to manage. I'm bringing you that moment when you finally get your weekends back. You can go on holiday for the first time without working or being on call. You can stop checking your bank balance 3 times a day and actually enjoy running your business again. That's what the efficiency and profit framework is all about. But I'm not here to talk in technical terms today. There was a previous episode covering the framework in depth. Today we are talking about what it actually means for your business. There are 3 stages, and the first is to become aware. After all, awareness is the beginning of transformation, and often the biggest problem isn't what we thought. Awareness lets you recognise the problems that need fixing, and it could be the most obvious. Not enough turnover, or ignoring your cash situation. But here's the thing, this awareness is empowering as it brings you into a space of control, because the truth is you can't get anywhere if you don't know where you are right now. Awareness has been covered very slightly in the first few episodes if you need to listen back. The next phase that we go into, which is what the next few episodes are about, and this is where it gets exciting, we're going to find the solutions for the problems you have identified. This is all about structured action and accountability designed for those that are ready to put in the work and see a difference and measurable change in not just your business, but in your life and your daily stress levels. Pretty cool. It feels transformational because, well, it is. Taking action every day, implementing small changes compounds into great outcomes, and you will see and feel the difference really quickly. Through this step, which we call optimize on the framework, makes you realise and trust that your business can run without you holding it together. Making sure that you have the confidence in your systems that won't keep you awake at night and can even stop you being the bottleneck. We find the clarity and confidence to step away without fear. All to come in the next few episodes. And the final stage is when we build momentum. So when your business can progress and scale, often this stage can be overlooked, but you don't want all your hard work to go down the pan. So this is about creating long-lasting goals, transformative steps to achieving your desired future and growing your business. Once you have transformed and optimized your business, you will be ready for the next level without it being overwhelming or losing your sanity. We will also be covering this in future episodes. All of these steps between them leave you in control, confident, and ready for success. So let me leave you with this picture. Imagine finishing on a Friday afternoon, closing your laptop, and knowing that you don't need to check your emails until Monday. Imagine heading off on holiday, not with your laptop in the suitcase, just in case, but with peace of mind that your business is running smoothly without you. Imagine looking at your bank account and instead of that knot in your stomach, seeing money set aside for tax, payroll, even for you. That's not wishful thinking. That's what happens when you fall in love with your back office and let it work for you. In fact, just recently, a client messaged me after getting back from holiday, properly back, not half working from a sun lounger for the week. And he said it was amazing to actually switch off, didn't check his emails once, or even look at the bank. He got a full break, and the business survived without him. He didn't come back to the chaos, stress, or crisis like he had the previous times he'd been away. Just a business that had ticked along nicely without him. He felt like a new man, and that's what we're aiming for here. Business shouldn't be about survival. It should give you freedom, choice, and the life you dreamed of when you started. And it all begins with awareness, action, and momentum. This week, I want you to identify 3 things in your business that drain your mental capacity, not just your time. Maybe it's chasing quotes, sorting receipts, or taking calls that you shouldn't be taking. Write them down, and next week we'll dive into more examples of these business energy vampires and how to deal with them. Thank you for tuning in to Get Your Shift Together, the Business Fixer podcast. If today's episode struck a chord, share it with a fellow business owner who might need to hear it. And if you'd like to explore more practical ways to take control of your back office, keep listening, as there is so much more to come in this and the coming weeks. And you can find all the podcast episodes and more on my website, www.getyourshifttogether.co.uk. Until next time, where we go over these fixes, here's to falling in love with your back office and finally getting your shift together.